Good morning, class 12. Girls, proceeding with accountancy. Are we comfortable with accounts? How are you proceeding with partnership? I hope you're following. Yes, your test has shown me your test. I've taken the test. Test will now tell me. I've not checked all. Now the test will tell me what is your progress in accounting and the partnership. Anyway, we proceed with partnership. From the third element of partnership, we proceed to the fourth element of partnership, retirement of a partner. Now, girls, as we know, partnership is a result of an agreement. It is the consequence of the agreement, the partnership deed. So, any partner, he has the right to retire from the partnership after giving due notice. That notice is given in advance. There are certain restrictions. They have to follow the restrictions, and that notice is given in advance. Keeping that due notice, the partners can retire at their sweet will, or because of any reason they can retire from the partnership firm. Now, when this is retirement of a partner, they can retire from the firm. When they retire from the firm, what are the things? How will the partnership, the remaining partners, be affected? How will the business carry? Retirement of a partner, girls, does not mean the business comes to an end. The business carries on. Only one partner retires, or few partners out of the team, they retire, but the partnership firm carries on for the remaining partners. So there are certain accounting treatments that are made at that time when the partners retire. Now here, look here. The retiring partner, when the partner retire, he is entitled to get these things. What does he get? When he retires, he gets his share of goodwill. He has earned that share of goodwill. So he has all the right to get his share of goodwill. He has all the right to get his share in all the reserves and accumulated profits that have been earned with his effort when he was a partner. He is entitled to get his share in that profit also. In those reserves also. Then he gets his share in the revaluation of assets and liabilities. All the assets and liabilities in the firm have been generated, have been structured with the efforts and the contribution of the retiring partner. So, at the time of his retirement, he is entitled to get his share of assets and liabilities. His share of asset and liabilities not at the cost at which they were acquired, not at the historical cost. They are revalued at the time of the change in the partnership. Whenever, because of any reason, the change happens, the assets and liabilities are revalued, and the retiring partner gets his share in this. So now what does he get? He gets his share in goodwill, he gets his share in reserves, and he gets his share in the revaluation of assets and liabilities. Now, in case there is a loss, he has to pay that loss also. Now, for this, these are the things that we need to calculate. We need to calculate new profit sharing ratio and the gaining ratio. We need to calculate the goodwill and make the treatment of goodwill. We need to calculate the revaluation of assets and liabilities. We need to revalue all the assets and the liabilities because his share has to be given. He has to be given his share in the reserves. So we need to calculate the reserves, all the accumulated profits and losses, revalue. That means at that stage of time, at the time of retirement, these things are reassessed. Then payment to retiring partner. In case now after all these things are calculated, we find out what is the amount that is entitled to be given to the retiring partner. Now, how will this payment be made to the retiring partner? There are a few modes. In case all these, we take out the capital, he has to take away his capital also. He has to take his share in the goodwill also. He has to take his share of asset and liabilities also. That means what will remain in the business? Business will be the capital of the business and the running of the business will be adversely affected. So the payment has to be made to the retiring partner in such a way that the business is not adversely affected. and then the adjustment of capital. Though adjustment of capital is being said that CBSE has deleted that from the syllabus of this year, but we will do that as we did adjustment of capital in the admission. Few questions we will do so that you are just acquainted to how the capital will be adjusted. Now these are the things that we will require to be done at the time of retirement of the partner. Calculation of the new profit sharing ratio, goodwill, treatment of goodwill, revaluation of assets and liabilities. Most all of the things we have already learned in admission, so it will not take long now. Now here we begin. Retirement of a partner, calculation. How do we calculate? The first thing I told you is the calculation of new profit sharing ratio, the NPSR. How is the new profit sharing ratio, the NPSR, calculated? There are certain things that have to be kept in mind. Now first thing is, if the new profit sharing ratio of the remaining partners are not given in the question. Very simple. In case the profit sharing ratio, we know that the retiring partner is taking this much share, and the ratios of the remaining partners are not given in the question. I've highlighted that. If the new remaining partners' shares are not given in the question, at that time it is assumed that the remaining partners continue to share the profits and losses in the old ratio. I repeat, in case the new ratio is not given, old ratio is equal to new ratio. See, in this question it is explained properly, X, Y and Z. If X have taken in blue, if X retires and their ratio is 5:4:3, X, Y, Z. If X retires, the ratio will be 4:3. If Y retires, orange wala, if Y retires, ratio will be 5:3. If Z retires, green, that 3, he retires, ratio will be between A and B will be, X and Y will be 5:4. So that means the old ratio is the new ratio. Only the partner that retires, his share is eliminated from the profit sharing ratio. Next is the consequence of calculating the new profit sharing ratio. The same thing here with little bigger figures. All these are illustrations from your textbook. Now here illustration 2 says A, B and C are partners sharing profits in the ratio of 1/2:1/3:1/6. We reduce them to a common base. It comes to 3:2:1. Find out the new ratio if B retires. The new ratio, we have B retires. B's ratio is 3/6, 2/6 and 1/6. This is a ratio. If B retires, 2/6 nikal do. 3:1 is the ratio. That means there is no change. If nothing has been mentioned, only the ratio of all the three partners has been given, and we have been indicated that one partner retires. Nothing else is mentioned about the new ratio. Then the old ratio is the new ratio with the only what we have to miss is the share of the retiring partner. This is hidden. The 2 is hidden. What is remaining? 3:1. That is the share of the remaining partners. Clear? Next now. Next, if the remaining partners purchase the share of the retiring partner in some specified portion. This is also an agreement at that time, that if the remaining partners, retiring partner is going. So if they agree that remaining partners will purchase the share of the retiring partners in some specified proportion, then the fraction of shares purchased by them is added to their old share and the new ratio is calculated. Let us see how I agree. I repeat here. Remaining partners purchase the share of the retiring partner. Remaining partners are purchased. Retiring partner is going. His share now is taken by the remaining partners. That means in a specified ratio. It will be purchased by them, and that means added to their old share. See how this is explained. A, B and C are partners in a firm sharing profits in the ratio of 5:3. Again 5:3. B retires and his share was divided equally. B's share is this 4 by 12, his share is divided equally between A and C? That is the question. Now let us see how. First we see what is B's share. They say B's share is divided equally between A and C. B's share will be divided between A and C in the ratio of A will gain half of B's share. B's share is 4 by 12. This is 4 by 12. So half of 4 by 12 is taken by A and half of 4 by 12 is taken by C. So 2 by 12 is half of 4 by 12 means 2 by 12. 2 by 12 is added to A's share. This becomes A's share. And 2 by 12 is added to C's share. This becomes C's share. So new ratio between them is 7 by 12 is to 5 by 12, that is 7 by 5. This is calculation of the new ratio when the share is taken by the remaining partners in a specified ratio equally. Now next, after the new profit sharing ratio, we reach the calculation of the gaining ratio. We know how to calculate the new ratio now. Now the difference between the new and the old will be the gaining ratio now. Let us see how. Meaning of gaining ratio, it is calculated when the partner retires or dies. When the partner retires, see, one partner is going, the ratio in which the remaining partners share their share is increased is called the gaining ratio. Gaining ratio is the ratio in which the remaining partners will pay the amount of goodwill to the retiring partner. That means, see, the one partner is going, so his share, the gaining ratio is the ratio in which the remaining partners will pay the goodwill to the retiring partner. Now that means, now onwards, one partner is leaving, now onwards, what he was earning, what he was taking from the partnership now will be given to the other partners. So the other partners, remaining partners, will gain on the pretext of the leaving of the remaining partners. The ratio in which they will gain now onwards, that is called the gaining ratio. So this ratio is calculated by two methods. First is new ratio of the remaining partners are not given in the first thing, in case the new ratio is not given, then it will be assumed that the remaining partners continue to share profits in the old ratio. Gain to the continuing partners is in the old ratio. So in case ratio is not given, then the old ratio is the new ratio and the gaining ratio. Everything is the old ratio. For example, here A, B, C shared profits in the ratio of 5, 3 and 2. If B retired, B is retiring, this one, black one, B is retiring. That means his share will be taken by A and C in which ratio? In the ratio of 5:2. That means nothing else is given, only we have been given B is retiring. So if nothing else is given, the old ratio is the new ratio as well as the gaining ratio. So his share will be divided in the ratio of 5:2. Otherwise the formula for gaining ratio is new minus old. Remember the formula for sacrificing ratio we had done when the partner is admitted, the ratio of calculation of sacrifices old minus new. When one partner retires, the ratio of gain will be new minus old. This question shows it here. Sharma, Verma and Neetu were partners sharing profits and losses in the proportion of 1/4, 1/8 and 10/16. Calculate the new ratio. If this is we reduce them to common base, this is the common base, we reduce them to common base, 2:1:5. They say if Sharma retires, one partner retires. Now let us see here. Sharma retires, Verma retires and Neetu retires. Also calculate the gaining ratio in each of the following. The ratio of Sharma, Verma and Neetu, we have reduced them to common base, can be written as 4:2:10 or 2:1:5. 4:2:10 upon 16. The 16 has got shifted. 4/16, 2/16 or 10/16, or reduce them to common base, lowest denominator, lowest values 2:1:5. This ratio. Now what will be done? Since the new partner's share ratio of the partner is not given in the question, it will be assumed that remaining partners have gained in the old ratio. When Sharma retires, The ratio was 2:1:5. If Sharma retires, this partner, he retires, the ratio will be 1:5. If Verma retires, this one, if he retires, the ratio will be 2:5. If Neetu retires, this partner retires, the ratio will be 2:1. So if nothing else is mentioned, the ratio of gain and the new ratio remains as similar to the old ratio. See here one more good question. In another illustration from a textbook, 11. A, B and C were partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 2/6, 1/2 and 1/6. A retires and surrenders. Now this is a new type of language. A retires, this colored one. A retires, blue. His share I've highlighted in blue in the same color. A retires, that means 2/6 share. His 2/3 of his share is surrendered in favor of B. He surrenders 2/3 of his share in favor of B and remaining in the favor of C. 2/3, that means of his share. 2/6 का 2/3 in favor of this partner B and 2/6 का 1/3 in favor of C. So whatever he surrenders, we find out that, and that will be added to the new ratio. So here now A's share will be divided between B and C in the ratio of 2:1, 2/3 and 1/3. B will gain 2/3 of 2/6. See, 2/6 is his share and he surrenders 2/3 in favor of 2/3 of his share. इसका share is 2/6. 2/6 का 2/3, that comes to 2/9. So 1/2 तो पहले ही था, B's share was 1/2. 1/2 पहले ही था, 2/9 और ऐड हो गया, B का शेयर बन गया 1/2 plus 2/9 is equal to 13/18. That is B's new share. Now coming to C. C will gain 1/3 of 2/6. See, 2/6 was his share. 1/3 of 2/6 will be given by B. He is retiring. He will give 1/3 of his share in favor of C. So 1/3 of 2/6 in favor of this partner C. So we will calculate 1/3 of 2/6 comes to 1/9, 1/9, 1/6 में add हो जाएगा. This is C share. So now 13/18 is to 5/18, 13 is to 5 will be the new ratio. So gaining ratio, since A has surrendered his share in the profits in the ratio of 2:1, gaining ratio will be 2:1 between B and C. Clear? Now next thing. Now after we calculate the new and the old ratio, new and the gaining ratio, the next thing I told you, after the new profit sharing ratio, the next thing I told you is the calculation of goodwill. See, I told you here, after the gaining ratio, we calculate, the first is new profit sharing ratio and second is finding out goodwill and treatment of goodwill, the second portion. Now let us see the treatment of goodwill. How is goodwill treated at the time of retirement? The retiring or the deceased partner is entitled to his share of goodwill at the time of retirement or death because the goodwill earned. Now why? This is also a theory question or a viva question also. You may be asked that why is goodwill treated? Why is there a need to treat the goodwill, or why is the share of goodwill given to the remaining partners at that time? Now here this is the answer. I've written it here. The retiring or the deceased partner is entitled to his share of goodwill at the time of retirement or death because goodwill earned by the firm is the result of the effort of all the existing partners in the past. Since a part of future profits will be accruing because of the present goodwill, and the retiring or the deceased partner will not be sharing future profit, it will be fair to compensate the retiring or the deceased partner for the same. He has put in all the effort, तो उसके एफर्ट का गुडविल the profit because of rising because of goodwill that was earned by the retiring partner will be enjoyed by the remaining partners. ये तो चला जाएगा. So when he is leaving now, and his part of contribution of effort will be enjoyed by the remaining partners. So it is right, fair to give his share of goodwill to the retiring partner. So retirement or death of a partner, goodwill is evaluated on the basis of agreement among the partners. So it is very important to unfair to calculate the value of goodwill because he is paid that amount of goodwill. For adjoining the retiring partner share of goodwill in favor of the remaining partners, following entry is recorded. Now there is one important entry. Remember the entry for admission I told you? At the time of admission of a partner, the goodwill is treated in the ratio of gaining to sacrificing. Here this is the same. Admission, the remaining partners to retiring partner. You have to remember, remaining to retiring is the accounting treatment of goodwill in the gaining ratio. Whatever in admission we learned was in the sacrifice ratio. The same theory prevails here, but now in the gaining ratio. यहाँ remaining to retiring हो जाता है. Remaining partners to retiring partners in the gaining ratio with what? With his share, retiring partner's share of goodwill. So with the firm's goodwill, we calculate the retiring partner share of goodwill. Retiring partner share of goodwill को gaining ratio में remaining partners को देना है. So remaining partners will give this goodwill to the retiring partner in which ratio? In the ratio in which now they will keep gaining the share of profits, which will now be not earned by the remaining retiring partner. Okay. See here. P, Q and R are equal partners in a firm. R retires and goodwill of the firm is valued at 36,000. Goodwill is valued at rupees 36,000. No goodwill account appears in the books already. P and Q agree to share future profits in the ratio of 3:2. Pass the journal entry for goodwill. So the first thing for journal entry we know remaining to retiring. Remaining partners, retiring partner. In which ratio? In the gaining ratio. And how do we calculate gaining ratio? New ratio minus the old ratio. 3/5 minus the old ratio, that is this. Q, new ratio minus the old ratio, it is this. So the gaining ratio becomes 4:1. So we calculate the partner's share, his share of goodwill. It is mentioned there that his share of goodwill equals to, we have to find out his share of goodwill. Goodwill of the firm is valued at 36,000. When goodwill of the firm is 36,000, with 36,000 as his share of goodwill, we find out the retiring partner share of goodwill. Retiring partner share of goodwill comes out to be 12,000. 1/3. 36,000 ka 1/3. 1/3 is the ratio, no? So 1/3 of 36,000, 12,000. His share of goodwill is 12,000. This 12,000 in the ratio of 4:1, that is gaining ratio. Distributed among the gaining ratio. No, not distributed, sorry. It will be borne in the gaining ratio and given to the retiring partner in that ratio. Clear?